Can I confirm? Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Our first official monthly meetup. We have been doing these talks, monthly talks haphazardly for a while last year, and they were reasonably successful. We had anywhere from 25 people to 50 people join us. Naturally, when we do the bigger community days or the production identity day we did last year, we got 100 plus live people with close to 500 signups last time. But I think there was some feedback from community to have more of these events on a consistent basis. So we can have some talks, we can have some interaction between the community. Community members can share their ideas, they can share their concerns, they can share if they're looking for any help beyond the Slack channel. So that's the purpose of this meetup. Again, this is the first time we're doing it monthly, so I would love your feedback. I'll have a feedback survey in the end on how we can make it better. With that, just a quick intro to me. I should have introduced myself first. My name is Umair Khan, so I'm the community chair for SPIFFE and SPIRE. And I would love to take you forward. So just a quick snapshot of the community. I would definitely share this stat every time we do this meetup. We are at 999. I really had wished the 1,000 member had joined today, so we could get 1,000 Slack members. So if you have anyone else in your friends who are interested in SPIFFE, this is the time to invite them to the Slack channel. Just kidding. But thank you so much for being part of this community. It seems to be growing every month. We started seeing a lot of traction in the project, especially in the last 3-4 months, especially post-COVID. We also have a lot of active contributors, 80 plus across the projects. It's hard to track SPIFFE versus SPIRE, but I think definitely we are above 80 unique contributors to the project, which means it's truly moving towards an open source side where multiple organizations, multiple vendors, all are contributing to make SPIFFE and SPIRE a lot better. But I'm hoping I can welcome the 1,000th member either today or tomorrow at some point. A quick look at the agenda. What we'll do up front is we'll do some member introductions. So anyone who joins SPIFFE and SPIRE community, I usually reach out to them if they're reasonably active, if they want to take this intro spot up. But naturally, I have a couple of members already assigned for today, but if someone else wants to introduce themselves, like I have some time blocked out for that as well. Then we'll do a quick sneak peek at our serverless support. And then we'll have a tech talk by the AppMesh team. They recently integrated SPIFFE and SPIRE with AppMesh. So I'm really looking forward to a presentation by them. Then I'll cover a community survey we're doing to track adoption of the projects. You might have seen it in the announcements channel. I'll reshare the links just so that everyone has that and they can fill it out. And then actually a feedback survey in the end, like how can we make this meetup more interactive, more valuable? What types of talks do you want to see, and so on. In the end, I'll keep some open time for some Q&A. I know quite a few of the maintainers are on this call as well. So if you wanted to, mention anything, please do. First off, community introduction. So first of all, I'm sure you've already seen Ryan Turner in the SPIFFE Slack community. He's been a regular contributor and a member of the SPIFFE SPIRE community for a while. I think officially now he's the maintainer of the project. So I wanted to give some time to Ryan to introduce himself, tell us a bit about what he's been working on SPIFFE and SPIRE, what he works in the future, and tell us something interesting about him as well that people don't know. Ryan?
Hey everyone, like Umair said, I'm Ryan Turner. I've been working with SPIFFE and SPIRE projects since about August of 2019. So it's been about 1.5 years now. And I'm a software engineer at Uber. I've been working with the project since I joined Uber. And most of my contributions have been kind of focused around some of the scalability challenges around SPIRE. Uber runs a fairly sizable deployment of SPIRE, so we encountered a lot of problems trying to get SPIRE to work in our environment. So a lot of my contributions have been kind of focused around that. And over the last 6 months or so, I kind of started to shadow in the maintainer role. I was invited to do some of that with the other maintainers. And so I had good experience, and these days I'm kind of more focused on reviewing issues and PRs and chatting with other folks in Slack who are trying to get onboarded to SPIRE. So If you're having any troubles getting onboarded to Spire, feel free to chat with us in Slack or on the GitHub. Let's see, interesting thing about me, I'm the oldest of 7 kids, so that's pretty uncommon these days. So I guess that's something that's somewhat interesting about me.
You're kind of used to leading the pack then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great, thank you so much. And you can find Ryan. He's very helpful on SPIFFE Slack as well. If you have any questions or you want to set up a one-on-one with him, definitely, look him up on Slack. So up next, we have Cole.
Hey, thanks for introducing me. My name's Cole Kennedy. I come from a software engineering background. And a lot of my work right now is security focused. I work for Boxboat Technologies, and so I do a lot of work in defense, banking, and utility infrastructure. Specifically, I've used SPIFFE and SPIRE for about a year. I used it in instrumenting a edge infrastructure for a utility company. Think about like little boxes sitting in power poles everywhere, right? We need some really strong identity. We need a really strong identity system to meet their compliance requirements, and SPIFFE SPIRE really fit the bill. So we maintain a fork of a Bloomberg TPM plugin that we used for that customer, and that is currently being used in a POC that keeps getting expanded. So we're really excited about our work there, and hopefully we can share it soon. For the future, I think we're doing a lot of work around supply chain security for some of our customers, and I think there's an opportunity on using Spire as a key provider for in total, or integrating some sort of a secure timestamping API into SPIFFE Spire to meet some of those needs. About me, right? I love to wakeboard. It's unfortunately it's like 20 degrees outside, even in northern Alabama, so that's not happening anytime soon. But when it gets a little bit warmer out, there's a friend of mine who's actually one of the maintainers for Spinnaker that lives about a half hour down the road that we go hit the lake about once a week. So good times. So if you're ever in northern Alabama and want to go wakeboarding, make sure you hit me up on the Slack channel, or if you just want to talk about infrastructure and SPIFFE Spire, love to chat.
Yeah, thanks so much, Cole. I didn't even know the difference between a wakeboard and a surfboard. So maybe I'm
wakeboard's kind of like a wide snowboard. So like the boat, it makes these wakes, and you like jump across them. It's a lot of fun. It hurts though when you crash, but it's a good way to clear your mind after looking at code all day.
Yep. No, great to have you in the community.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Just wanted to confirm everyone can see my slides. Yep. Up next, it's Ben. Ben, you're on.
Hey, yeah, Ben Leggett, software engineer at Virtru. We do data encryption and data protection for government enterprise companies. So, this is close to our heart in terms of figuring out how to make some of this stuff expand into the Kubernetes world. I'm primarily looking at Spire right now for some internal POCs that have been going on for a while around using the SDS portion of Spire to leverage specifically with Istio. So probably somewhat similar to what the AWS App Mesh guys are kind of working on their end. And we're not using that necessarily. We're trying to do that to build functionality on top of that kind of, assuming you've got a source mesh with identity and MTLS all sorted out. Like, what can you build on top of that? That's kind of where we're targeting. So yeah, very interested to hear what the AWS guys are going to do with this, but that's kind of what we're working with. So I've just been kind of struggling through on some issues around making Istio and Spire's SDS play nice, which, mostly works, but there's some rough edges there to be ironed out.
Great. Next time I need some electric work, so I can definitely look you up.
I mean,
for some friendly ways.
Maybe it's 50-50 chance. Just because it worked once doesn't mean it'll work again. But yeah.
Yeah, great. Nice to have you, Ben. Up next, we have Matthias. Am I pronouncing your name correct?
Almost. It's Mateus.
Mateus.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I am Mateus. I am a software engineer here at the Distributed Systems Lab. I really like security competitions, and I am a member of the AppGlit team, where I work on challenges related to forensics, bounding, and network. And last year, we managed to get the 18th place in the world, which it was amazing. And I'm currently pursuing a master's degree in computer science. And my research has a lot to do with SPIRE because I'm researching about identity ensuring for confidential workloads. And why SPIRE? SPIRE provides a uniform identity entry to workloads across a wide variety of platforms and different trust levels. And the different trust levels means that I can have this confidential workloads working together with less trusted workloads. And in my plans for future includes working with the SPIRE team to support these confidential workloads.
Great to have you. And it feels great to have SPIRE Global now everywhere.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Thank you. So up next, I wanted to give a few minutes if anyone else would like to introduce himself. I know, Mira, this is the first time I'm seeing you. If you want to take a few minutes to introduce yourself, your interest in SPIFFE and SPIRE.
Hi, thank you so much, Umair, for letting me speak. My name is Mira Bellinki. I'm a cryptographer at Gradient Technologies, and we are working a lot on secure hardware roots of trust. And so we're really excited to be looking at SPIRE and finding ways where we could plug in and just increase different attesters, basically. Thank you.
Great. No, great to have you. Anyone else would like to introduce themselves?
Oh, hi. Yeah, Umair, thank you. This is Ravi Padi from Anthem. So everyone knows Anthem as a health insurance company, but we have moved on from health insurance into a much more exciting journey in the digital forefront. But that brings up a lot of questions as to how we handle security. So we have been working diligently since 2 years now with the Cloud Native Zero Trust Foundation within the Anthem Digital org. So ensuring that we have SPIFFE SPIRE, and we have a Zero Trust working group as well, involving some of the external as well as internal folks. So we have been using SPIFFE SPIRE as well as advocating SPIFFE SPIRE for our working with our clients, both internal and external, and look forward to be active in the community as we move forward. And also it was great working with a lot of the HP folks, Yogi, Gopi, and Umair, and others. Thanks to all your support. And of course, thanks for all the support by the community for continuing the SPIFFE SPIRE journey since several years ago when I was at Oracle working on the Oracle Cloud Security. So I attended several RSA conferences as part of that, got introduced to SPIFFE SPIRE, and look forward to be part of the ecosystem as we embark on this grand journey and vision. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. With that, if anyone else would like a intro spot, we can definitely have for the next one in March.